Alright guys, we're Rob Russell here, and today I'm going to be covering the July 13th episode of NXT, as well as the first episode of the Cruiserweight Classic. Both aired last night, back to back, which means I might do this weekly because I'm watching them live with a friend and we're discussing everything very quickly. We're discussing who we think the winner of the tournament will be. We have our own brackets sorted out. I think the final will be Ibushi against Zack Sabre. So this might be a weekly thing. I'm looking forward to it. So firstly, if we start with NXT, we had obviously a very big episode here with the main event being Finn Balor against Shinsuke Nakamura, and that ended up being the only match on the show, and I think that's a very good idea because that really amplified the importance. The ring introductions did that as well. The entrances were spectacular here, and this was a well-produced match. But firstly, before I get to that, I have to mention the promo, which was Samoa Joe coming out, basically calling Shinsuke Nakamura out a little bit, and then Rhino came out. We get a match for next week on NXT, which will also feature the Authors of Pain against American Alpha and Bayley against Nia Jax, which should be a really good match. So that was it, that was all we had, and then we moved into the main event, Shinsuke Nakamura, Finn Balor. This was a fantastically well put together match. It had a great story, it had great psychology, it was well paced. The commercials kind of killed it a little bit for me, but what I will say is this is definitely, when I finished watching this match, what I thought to myself was, when they do NXT's Greatest Matches Season 2 DVD, this will be on there. This will be one of the best matches of this year on NXT Live. It was a great match. It wasn't as good as the Samoa Joe Sami Zayn match from earlier this year. I don't think it was as good as the Zayn match. Possibly on par with the Aries match. In the end, it took not one, not two, but three Kinshasa Bombaye knees from Shinsuke Nakamura. One to the back of the head, which Finn kicked out of, and then he did one off the second turnbuckle, and then another one straight to the face for the win. Finn got a very close call on the 1916, which I only just found out last night. It's called the 1916. It's the big reverse DDT. It's called that because that was the year of the Irish Revolution. So, interesting fact, because I basically said, why is it called the 1916, and my friend checked it for me. So, thanks, buddy. But yeah, in the end, the Kinshasa Shinsuke Nakamura wins, sets up the Brooklyn match with Samoa Joe, and I've seen the Brooklyn card now. I'll tell you it now. The Brooklyn card is Samoa Joe against Nakamura, Asuka versus Bayley, Gargano and Ciampa against the Revival. I'm looking forward to that the most, I think. The Authors of Pain against American Alpha. Andrade Almas against Bobby Roode. I'm really looking forward to that. And No Way Jose against Austin Aries. It looks to be a very good card. I imagine the Aries-Jose match will be the weakest on the show, but none of those matches sound bad to me. The Roode-Andrade one's going to be very interesting, and I'm looking for Project Wrestling, Gargano and Ciampa to beat the Revival, maybe. Two of the best tag teams in NXT. So, that's the Brooklyn card. NXT, great show really, considering the match was great. I'd give the match 4 stars. I think if this was on an NXT special, it could be a near 5-star match if they gave it a little bit more time and the commercial breaks weren't there. But 4 stars, one of the best matches in NXT this year. It rivals the Apollo Crews matches from last year. It's better than the Apollo Crews matches actually. It rivals the Samoa Joe match with Sami Zayn, the 2 out of 3 falls. I just don't think it's as good. Great match, 4 stars. Moving on, we have the CWC, and of course I went into this not knowing a lot of the contestants. I mean, I know Zack Sabre, Kota Ibushi, the best ones, Jack Gallagher, Drew Gulak, who's my pick to win it, I love him. Noam Dar, obviously. One of my friends actually met Noam Dar. Who else in this tournament? Cedric Alexander I really like. Tajiri, Brian Kendrick. There's a lot I like, but there's a lot I don't. So it was great going to this first episode and seeing some of these new guys. And that was exactly what I got with the first match. Alejandro Saez from Chile took on Gran Metalik, that's it, from Mexico. Luchador and I think a striker was what I got, even though he seemed, I think it was a high flyer. This was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it. If I was rating it, I'd say 2 3/4 stars. I think it was decent. There was a nice pacing to it. Shockingly, this match was only 4 minutes. And when I looked at all the match lengths after the show, I was generally really shocked and really happy because I want this pace to keep up. good 4-minute matches that are 3 stars, I'm very happy. I'm very fine with a good 4-minute 3-star match, because the main roster can't have 4-minute 3-star matches. So Saez did some impressive moves. I would have liked to see a little bit more. He did a shooting star press for the apron, which was really nice. But in the end, Grand Metalik was just a little bit more impressive, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Grand Metalik in another match. He won with basically a fisherman's driver, a Michinoku driver with a fisherman sort of hold, I guess. 1, 2, 3, Grand Metalik wins. Good match, 2 3/4 stars. I enjoyed it. Very fast paced. Moving on, we had probably the slowest match, and it was Hira Davari against Ho Ho Lun. And me and my friend immediately got behind Ho Ho Lun. We really liked him. He's got great athleticism. He's a very good character to understand, and I think that's also because Davari played quite a good heel. So in my rating of this matchup, I'm going to give it 2.5 stars. I've seen a lot of people give it 2, but I think that Davari's heel work was very good. He was very easy to hate, not just because he's Iranian, which WWE were maybe pushing a little bit. They weren't too like that on this show though. In the end, Ho Ho Lun won with, he did a knee to the back of Davari's head and then gave him a super kick. I thought that was the finish. Kick out from Davari, pick up, big German suplex, 1, 2, 3. Good finish. I like the German suplex, obviously, Brock Lesnar fan. But yeah, good finish. I give it 2.5 stars. Not as good as the opener, but still a pretty decent match. Then we had probably the most high spot match of the night. It was Clement Poitoy or something like that. Sorry, I'm going to have to check that. Sorry. It was Cedric Alexander against, I can't believe I've forgotten his name. I'm so sorry. I think it was CWC. He was French, I know that much. Sorry for this, guys. Damn it, it's going to take forever for me to find it, isn't it? But yeah, it was Cedric Alexander against, I think it was Clement Poitoy, something like that. Damn it, I'm so annoyed that I've forgotten his name, because I remembered Davari's, and I was really shocked that I remembered Davari's. I've done pretty well so far remembering these names. I've got no notes. Like, this is totally off book. Oh, I'm so disappointed in myself. Where is it? 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 Oh, I need to watch Lucha Underground as well. I'll watch that later tonight. Finished Sopranos actually the other day. That was a incredible television series. It's the best television series I've ever seen. It's amazing. Just click that. I'm so angry that I forgot this guy's name. So anyway, this matchup, let me explain it to you why I'm getting his name. Cedric Alexander was very, very good. I liked Cedric Alexander a lot. I think this was the best matchup to this point. Very good matchup. Cedric Alexander with a big high clothesline, which was awesome. He's got a lot of good leaping ability, Alexander. And the finish was really good as well. I really liked, he used a lumbar check, which is a suplex into a backstabber, which he did a back suplex into a backstab, which is a little bit different, which is cool with me. So it's very similar to the Strong Breaker from Roderick Strong in Ring of Honor. Very good match, 3 1/4 stars. I just need this guy's name because it's going to annoy me. Where is? I am so sorry. TV reports. Cruiserweight Classic. So yeah, very good match. 3 1/4 stars. Cedric Alexander with a win. Cedric Alexander will face the winner of Kota Ibushi and Sean Maluta, which that match, I'll tell you now, obviously Kota Ibushi won, but I'm looking forward to Kota Ibushi against Cedric Alexander. It's very sad that one has to go out, but It's the price you've got to pay in this game, and I'm looking forward to the... Again, as well, what was really cool is that I looked at this Cedric Alexander match, and it was like 6 minutes long. And I was very impressed by this 6 minute, well done, well paced, well told story of a match. To the point where, yeah, it was really good. Cedric Alexander defeated Clement Petut. Clement Petut, there you go, got it. So sorry Clement Petut, you lost to Cedric Alexander. Very good match, so 3 1/4 stars. And that moved us on to the main event, which was Kota Ibushi taking on Sean Maluta. This was the match of the night. This had me on the edge of my seat. This was very well paced. It told a very good story of Ibushi being the star, the icon really of wrestling, the icon of the tournament, to be fair. And Maluta being kind of the underdog, although he has this Reigns connection, which I knew they'd bring up at some point, because he's Samoan, because everyone in Samoa is related to Roman Reigns. I imagine that's kind of like everyone in Texas is related. I just got wrong, that was really weird. Anyway. So yeah, in the end, Ibushi won with a big last ride powerbomb, but not after some really, really well told spots. For example, a codebreaker into a oh no, sorry, he did a jumping codebreaker off the ropes, off the second rope. Maluta, and Ibushi sold it so perfectly. Great sell. But in the end, as I just said, last ride powerbomb for the win, which was a very, very interesting finish. I'm just looking at my phone to see if someone's ringing me. No, it's fine. 3.5 stars, very good match, very good way to end the show. I'm looking forward to next week's episode, and it's probably the best hour of wrestling in quite a while for the WWE. So, thanks for watching, guys. This has been Raw Wrestler. I know this has been a very strange episode because my phone went off and I forgot the name of a wrestler. But hey ho, I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. This has been Raw Wrestler. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.